U.S. President Trump attacked the UN yesterday, questioning its validity. The Fed cut last week. What are the market ramifications from that? And of course, we need to talk about what is happening in the Middle East, like what is happening with the countries recognizing Palestine or wanting to recognize Palestine as a sovereign state. What are the ripple effects of that happening? We had Colonel Douglas Macgregor on yesterday to get some more color, but we felt the need to get some more color even on this whole important topic. So we invited Gerald Celente. He's the publisher of the Trends Journal onto the show to really help us understand and dissect those dynamics, as we believe that they're vitally important to where we're headed next year, not just on the market front, but geopolitically in general. So lots to discuss here. But before I switch over to my guest, please hit that like and subscribe button. Helps us out tremendously. Invite phenomenal guests like Colonel Douglas Macgregor or Gerald Celente here. Really looking forward to catching up with him. And we much appreciate that support. Now, Gerald, it is great to have you back on the program. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yeah, really looking forward to the discussion. I briefed you a little bit what I want to talk about, but we only have 30 minutes to do so. So lots to pack in. Maybe let's start with a general question, or more of a general question. You've been on the last time 6 months ago, roughly, here on Soar Financially. What are one of the two trends that you're following right now that we need to talk about?
You know, I've been at this for 45 years at best-selling books, Trends 2000, Trend Tracking. And each year we come up with the trends of the new year. This is the first time we ever came up with Wildcard. Anything goes. I've never seen anything like this in my life. You got the Ukraine war going on, the Israel war going on, the economy is saying now stagflation. It's not going to be stagflation. It's going to be dragflation. It's not going to stagnate. It's going to go down, and inflation is going to keep going up. Again, look at the facts. When they launched the COVID war back in 2020, what did they do? Countries around the world, when you look at the numbers, tens of trillions of dollars of fake money backed by nothing and printed on nothing, flooded into the markets. Everything should have crashed back then. And what else they do? Oh, they kept negative interest rates and brought interest rates down to zero. How about home prices in the United States? Oh, they've only gone up 50%. 50% in 4 years, actually, they went up 50%. And now the consequences are being paid. Take a look at China. China was booming. They launched the COVID war on Chinese Lunar New Year, the year of the rat, in January 2020. 3 years of zero COVID policy. They destroyed the lives and livelihoods of hundreds of millions of people. Look at their real estate crisis. What do you have? Look at the numbers. Not my numbers, the numbers they put out. Some 90 million empty apartments in China. 90 million. Oh, and the people had to buy them before they were built. Yeah, a lot of them have never even been built. So there's a crisis ahead. And one of my sayings is, when all else fails, they take you to war. Yesterday, you just said about Trump at his speech at the UN. You know, we go all over the world to look at who's saying what. We don't take one side. So, for example, the Israel war, we subscribe. We pay to go to Haaretz, the Israeli newspaper. We go to Jerusalem Post, Times of Israel. Why not? I want to hear what they have to say. We go to IRNA, ISNA, Press TV, Tehran Times. What do you think the Iranians have to say? Arab News, Al Jazeera, Middle East Monitor, Middle East Dot. What do you think the Arabs have to say? We go to Euronews, we go to France 24, on and on. We go to listen to what everybody has to say. We say, this is what they're saying. This is our analysis. This is where we see it going. So let's go back to what Trump said. And you said how he came out against the UN. He came out against the UN? You mean the United Nations that gave us the fake state of Israel in 1948? How come he's not saying that? Let's go to the World Socialist website, WSWS.com. Trump declares war on the world at UN General Assembly speech. U.S. President Donald Trump delivered a fascist rant Tuesday to the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly, in which he proclaimed, quote, America first should be the world's organizing principle, threatened war and aggression the world over, and lionized the criminal actions of his administration at home and abroad. And it goes on. Again, read what you want, believe what you want, see what you want. Trump blithely ignored the genocide of the Palestinians, appropriately enough, giving American imperialism role in arming Israel to the teeth, and his own incitement of Netanyahu's regime to pursue the complete ethnic cleansing of Gaza with his, quote, Riviera of the Middle East plan. He boasted of the illegal war the U.S. and Israel waged on Iran last June. It keeps going on. Now, remember, this is the Trump. And again, I want to make this 1,000% clear. Both parties, the Democrats and the Republicans in the United States, are nothing more than a crime syndicate. By their deeds, you shall know them. Hey, I'm Obama, the Nobel Peace of Crap Prize winner that lied my way into office. I want that guy Gaddafi out of there. Oh, the Afghan troop surge right after he got in. With that little clown boy betrayed us. Oh, betray us, excuse me. I want that guy Assad out of there. Little Georgie Bush with a pair of cojones smaller than a mothball. A little spoiled nothing of a daddy's boy. We got to get that guy Osama bin Laden dead or alive. Republicans and Democrats. Oh, let's go back to Obama. Oh, remember the Panic of 08? The domain name that I took out in 2007? Not my language. The Bard College, Levy Institute. When I say a crime syndicate, they gave the bankster bandits $29 trillion for creating the Panic of 08 to bail them out. Oh, you lost your home, your job, you're going bust. You're just a nobody. You're a nobody. Hey, I'm Jamie Dimon. Don't you know who I am? I'm at Goldman Sachs. We've only been convicted of 5 felonies. 5. Oh, you rigged the precious metals market, didn't you? Yeah, but we gave him $900 million. Shut the hell up, Celente. It's a crime syndicate. So when I go, what I'm saying about Trump, I say about Genocide Joe, Little Slick Willie, every one of them. So I want to make that clear. So going back to Trump, this is the clown boy. I took out the domain. I own the trademark presidential reality show, all right? When Trump ran. Yeah. This is the clown boy. Hey, you elect me, I'm going to end that Ukraine war in 24 hours, all right? All right? Hey, how about this? Talk about what they just called him about. Trump declares war on the world at UN. We want to have peace on earth all over. Oh, wait a minute. He said that to the United Nations General Assembly speech in September 25th, 2024, when he was running for office. Oh, he just did a 180. You know why? Because he's full of crap. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go through this. Let's see. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. Oh, that was his campaign speech in October 2024. All right? It goes on. I want immediate peace. Oh, he said that in January when he got inaugurated. Yep. I'm moving quickly to end wars, settle conflicts, and restore the planet to peace. I want peace. He said that on January 25th. Oh, bombs away over these innocent people that they had no proof that he killed in Venezuela, bombing their boats. Totally illegal. Oh, I forgot the bombing of Iran. Oh, I forgot that one. Oh, Yemen. I forgot Yemen. Oh, how about the 56 United States strikes in Somalia? Most Americans couldn't find Somalia on the map. Never heard of the joint. All right? So that's what's going on. When all else fails, they take you to war. And now he's ramping up the Ukraine war. This is the guy that said he would, hey, you elect me, I'm going to know war in 24 hours, right? Hey. Now that I'm elected, hey, here I am. That war's going to end before I get inaugurated. And now what did he come out with? Just yesterday, he posted on his media platform, after getting to know and fully understand the Ukraine-Russia military and economic situation. Wait a minute. After getting to know and fully understand? You mean you just learned this yesterday? Anyway. After seeing the economic trouble it is causing Russia, I think Ukraine, with the support of the European Union, is in a position to fight, and this is in caps, win all of the Ukraine back to its original form. Russia has been fighting aimlessly for 3.5 years. That should have taken a real military power less than a week to win. That's what he said yesterday. Oh, real military power less than a week to win? It got sown. How about the Afghan war that America lost? Only the longest war in American history. What are you talking about, a real military power? Hey, we're the toughest in the world. It got sown. Draft dodger. How about the Vietnam War that you lost, huh? I was a draft dodger like Biden, so shut the up, Celente. You're right, I'm the tough guy. Oh, wait a minute. How about the Iraq War you won? But he's talking about Russia losing? Russia's not going to lose. Let's go back to the facts. World War II, Operation Barbarossa. Germany killed over 25 million Russians. Hey, who were the first to beat the Germans? Oh, the Russians. All right? So anyway, that's where we're at.
Yeah, that's a very holistic picture, and like we need to follow up on a few things here, Gerald. Maybe we will stay on the Ukraine real quick because, as you said, he did a complete 180, and I think we all can agree that Ukraine is not going to get back those lost territories. I think that's I think that we can understand that and agree on that. Like, what's the rationale behind doing a complete 180 now? Like, what's the motivation? What's the incentive?
Hey, I'm going to put taxes on on Mexico and in China when I get into office. And then he does a 180. I'm going to put 150 in China. He does a 180. He does it all the time. He speaks out of both sides of his mouth. By the way, I had lunch with Trump's brother, Robert Trump, back in 2017 when Trump was president. He had a restaurant over here in Passaic, which is across the river from me in Kingston. And the brother told me when the father died, he left the family over $500 million worth of real estate. Nothing more than a spoiled dad, his boy. I'm the same age as Trump. He's a couple of months older than me. When I was a kid, I grew up in the Bronx, youngest of 5. They couldn't control me. I used to hear it all the time. You little SOB, we had enough of your crap. You're going to military school. I'll be good. You think I'm going to go to military school? I want cars, chicks. My mother, great. May she rest in peace, Italian woman, cook. I'm going to eat crappy food in the military school. Get dressed up in a costume. Time to go to bed. Time to get up. I'll be good. Yeah. They should threaten. And I'll be good. Trump was so narcissistic, they sent him to military school. About 30 minutes south of me over here in a place called Cornwall, New York. Imagine being a teenager in the middle of nowhere at a military school. That's how uncontrollable, out of control he is. Nobody could control him. He's into his own narcissistic trip. And again, there's a quote from President Dwight D. Eisenhower, 5-star general, Supreme Commander of the Allied Forces, 2-term president. He didn't want to run for president. He was the president of Columbia University at the time. He said, any man seeking the office of president is either an egomaniac or crazy. All right? End of story. And in a country near you, by the way.
No, it is true. There are certain character traits that we can find in all of them, right? And that's quite evident. Let's shift our focus a bit to the Middle East. Let's talk about what we're seeing there. Like I'm seeing more and more headlines about countries, UK, Australia, Canada, wanting to recognize Palestine as a sovereign state. And I'm curious, Gerald, what do you make of that? What is the trend that you see emerging here?
There was a war going on for almost since October 20, almost 2 years. Oh, they're finally saying something? They're doing nothing. Empty words. Empty words. Empty words. The UK? Oh, yeah. You mean the people that they're locking up for protesting against Palestine? Oh, the same thing. They just took an award away from a German woman because she's anti-genocide? It's all empty language. They're doing nothing. Nothing. Same with the Arab nations. Again, I'm an older cat. I remember 1973 when they put the oil embargo because of the Yom Kippur War on the United States and the West. Oil prices quadrupled. Arab nations united. Hey, we're doing business with Trump and Witkoff and Jerkoff and this one Goff and that Goff. And it's, we get Saudi Arabia, we did a $2 billion deal with Jared Kushner, Trump's son-in-law. They're not doing anything. They're not doing anything. They're not uniting. It's all empty words, doing nothing. Nothing to stop the genocide. Oh, before I went on the air, they just killed, 25 Palestinians last night? Every day. Oh, again, in the Trends Journal this week, we reported over 3,000 Palestinians were killed getting food. Nah, empty words.
That's a question. Like, what is the trend here? Empty words. Like, but if you give them sovereign state status, like, would that change anything in terms of supporting them, food aid, or whatever it is?
Nothing. No, they're doing nothing. They could stop it like that. When America's giving Israel another $6 billion to keep killing the people of weapons, stealing all our taxpayer money. All out again, Genocide Joe. Look at that little clown boy you had over there, Anthony Blinken. Oh, you forgot about that little piece of crap? Hey, shut up, Celente. You're nothing but a little guinea from the Bronx. Don't you know who I am? I went to Dalton. I went to Harvard. My daddy was the ambassador to Hungary. My uncle was the ambassador to Belgium. He goes to Israel after the attack on Hamas attack. He says, I come here not only as the United States Secretary of State, I come here as a Jew. Hey, Godson, I could care what religion you are, all right? What do you mean you come here as a Jew? How about just coming here as an American? And I don't want to hear this crap that I'm anti-Semite because I'm against the genocide. I launched Occupy Peace over a decade ago. I had peace rallies every year. We're having one, by the way. Go to occupypeace.com. We're having one up here in Kingston on Saturday. Judge Napolitano, Scott Ritter, Roger Waters is going to do a live stream. Dennis Kucinich, Garland Nixon, Joe Laurie, one after another. We're having people. We're fighting for peace. And if, as an Italian, if I hated Mussolini, does that make me anti-Italian? So shove this crap up you know what. And again, 3 of my last 4 girlfriends were Jewish. I don't want to hear this crap. I'm against genocide. And so I don't want to hear this crap from a little Anthony Blinken that we got to keep sending all this money to Israel to keep slaughtering the Palestinians. Genocide Joe Biden? How about that one?
Now let's see if we can tie all of that together back to the markets here, Gerald. It's overly complex. There's so many topics. 150 UN members recognizing Palestine as a sovereign state, yet no formal recognition. Nothing's happening. No. But what's the main goal here? Like Douglas McGregor said it yesterday. Well, Israel's trying to secure access to oil and gas. Really important to them. Same discussion with Iran here too. What do you make of that?
Again, look at Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, in the Trends Journal, March of 2024. This land in Gaza is very valuable waterfront property, and we should move the Palestinians into the Negev desert. Oh, the Jared Kushner, when Netanyahu used to come to America, he stayed at Kushner's family. Oh, Kushner's old man that was thrown into jail for he set up cameras for his brother-in-law that he wanted to screw out of the money, and the brother-in-law was screwing a prostitute. That Jared Kushner, who Trump gave a pardon to, his father. Oh, how about Trump that wants to turn it into the Middle East Riviera? All right? This is criminal act in front of everybody's eyes. If you or I were to say this, how dare you say something like that? They're going to do everything they can to keep this war going. And that's our major concern. More war against Iran, more war against Syria, more war against Lebanon. Yeah, and the Ukraine war, now Trump's saying he's going to support that to keep going. And Ukraine should not give back any of the land that Russia had. So one of my sayings is, when all else fails, they take it to war. The economies are failing. The reason gold prices are going up, one of the things we say in trend forecasting, opportunity misses those who view the world through the eyes of their profession. So you take the economic end. Wall Street and Main Street, there are no connections at all. The people playing Wall Street, they know everything about all the data. Oh, the AI, this and that and that and this. They have no clue what's going on geopolitically, only headlines that they read and have no idea of the reality of it. That's why gold prices are going up now at the fastest rate they've been going up since 1979. One of my books, Trend Tracking, far better than Megatrends Time magazine. I write about how I became a political atheist and a trend forecaster when the Iranian conflict broke out, and they taught us to hate Iran without anybody knowing about the United States overthrow of Mossadegh and the CIA, the MI6 in 1953, because he had the nerve to say, no, the oil in Iran belongs to the Iranian people, not Standard Oil or Anglo-Iranian oil, better known today as BP and ExxonMobil. They overthrew the government, brought in Savak, the secret police, slaughtered thousands and thousands of Palestinians. So in the rally, when the conflict happened back in the late 70s, I said, I bet oil and gold prices will go up. So I started playing the gold markets back then. I bought my first buy of gold at $163 an ounce. Now we're talking about what's going on now with gold prices goes back to then. This is much more serious than back then because it was only the Iran conflict going on. This is serious. That's why gold prices are going up like we've never. Again, go back to the Trends Journal. Go back to your top trends for 2024, golden year for gold. Oh, it only went up almost 30% last year. And this year we said it's going to keep on going. And what is it up over now? Over 40%. We'd almost hit what? $3,800 an ounce almost? Back down.
Futures crossed that even, yeah.
Yeah, the futures crossed it, yeah. But the spot is now what about, as we're speaking about, what, $3,750? When I made that forecast for golden year gold, gold was at $2,041. And you go back to the Trends Journal, September 2023, we said gold bottom at $1,850, and from that point it'll keep going up. And it did. Here's the deal. This isn't rocket science. The lower interest rates go, the deeper the dollar falls. The deeper the dollar falls, the higher gold prices go. Gold prices are dollar-based. It becomes cheaper for other nations to buy gold. They're going to keep lowering interest rates. Go back to 2018. And again, remember, we made this the trends are all there. The facts are all there. The Dow had its worst December since the Great Depression. Powell was Fed head then, and Trump was president. He forced Powell to lower interest rates, which he did in January 2019. They're going to lower them. They're going to do everything they can to artificially prop up the equity markets. Listen, I would have thought the equity markets would have crashed when the COVID war began. And I would have thought the housing market would have crashed. I had no idea that they would pump in these countless trillions of dollars and bring interest rates down to zero. I thought things would crash back in 2012. They didn't teach me about zero interest rate policies or a thing called quantitative easing in Economics 101 in graduate school. They'll make up any crap they want. They're only interested in pumping this thing up. And they're going to do everything they can to do it. The more they pump it up, the higher gold prices go.
Yeah, and we're already at record levels, which has me scared. You know, what happens if we see another escalation in the Middle East, perhaps? Because you've been linking gold price to the Middle East here quite aggressively as well. And do you see another flare up happening in the Middle East, or is this the status quo we have to deal with right now?
Yes, it's totally out of control. Again, as I say, you could Google this up. So I'm not making it up. Google up United States freezes Japanese assets. History today, mainstream. Remember, the Great Depression is going on, 1941. On July 26, 1941, President Franklin Roosevelt seizes all Japanese assets in the United States. How come? Those dirty Japanese. In retaliation for the Japanese occupation of French Indochina. French Indochina? What the hell are the French doing in Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia? And you're shoving this crap down my throat that it's French Indochina? Shut the hell up, Celente. We're the warmongering freaks from around the world. Oh, the French Foreign Legion forgot all about it. Oh, we're in Algeria, Morocco. We're all over the place, killing, robbing, stealing, pillaging, all right? Goes on. The President Roosevelt swung into action. Britain and the Dutch East Indies followed suit. Dutch East Indies? What the hell are the Dutch doing in Indonesia? And the same thing the British are doing with the sun never sets on the British Empire. We're a bunch of murderers that morons and imbeciles call, hey, I'm the king. I'm the king. Shove this king crap up your you-know-what. If you were Italian, you'd call them a mafia. You're a bunch of low-life pieces of scum murderers. Oh, no, Celente. Trump just went to visit the King Charles. Do you see these little clown boys dressed up in these red costumes with these big black hats? And kiss the ring, kiss the ring. All right, so what happened over here? Because of the sanctions that the United States, the Dutch, and the Americans put on Japan in 1941, Japan, not my language, the language right over here, they lost 88% of their imported oil and 3/4 of their global trade. Can't understand why they bombed Pearl Harbor. I didn't know this until 3 years ago. I knew about them cutting off the oil. I didn't know about the other things. When all else fails, they take you to war. What followed the dot-com bust, which, by the way, we forecast in the Trends Journal, it would happen in the second quarter of 2000, which it did. NASDAQ lost 80% of its value. 9/11. When all else fails, they take you to war. Let's go back to Israel. 39 weeks of protests were going on before Hamas attacked. 39 weeks of protest against Netanyahu for his Judicial Reform Act. Not my language. Isaac Herzog, the president of Israel. Back then, Israel is in a civil war. That's right. A civil war was going on. Hamas attacked. Boop. Everybody forgot about it. And by the way, we only report the facts. 3 days after the attack from Hamas, the United States, it was reported, in Egypt, had warned Israel that the attack was happening. And Haaretz, the Israeli newspaper, came out and had all the facts there. They knew exactly what was going to happen. They let it happen. Goes back to Pearl Harbor. You see that thing as well. They knew it was going to go on. They let it happen. Before Pearl Harbor, 80% of the American people were opposed to getting involved in what was going on in Europe as World War II was ramping up. When all else fails, they take you to war, and now Trump is pushing war.
Where do you see it happening? That's maybe as a last question. Like, what are the last, like, what do you forecast until the end of the year here? What do you think will happen here, Joe?
Again, you don't know. It's a wild card. Again, it's up to the people to do something. The people are gutless. Hey, you ready for this? 2 weeks ago, I took out the domain name, wethepeoplesparty.us. That should have been gone when the internet revolution began. Last week, I took out the domain name, wethepeoplesparty.world. It's up to we the people. And when I tell you this, I was the assistant to the Secretary of the New York State Senate. I worked on major political campaigns in Westchester County, the richest county in America at the time. I designed and instructed a course called American Politics and Campaign Technology. I taught it at St. John's University. I have a photograph of me and Ronald Reagan when I put on a brunch for 16 of our board of directors. I was on the other side. I wouldn't know what I know if I wasn't on the other side. I've been with the Prince of Norway, been with Major, the former Prime Minister of the UK. I've been on the other side. And this is the way I feel about politicians after having been on the other side. Could you see that?
Yeah. Yep.
You get these, by the way, by going to Trends Journal and go to shop. It's up to we the people. And we the people lost their fight. I'm a lucky man. I'm a Napolitano, born in the Bronx, 1946, at the height of America. Ain't no place like the Bronx. You're free to be you. Don't tell me who to be. And that's what the people are missing. I'm a Democrat. I'm a Republican. Republican. I'm a conservative. I'm a liberal. I got a mind the size of a pea. How about you're a nobody and just we the people? Hey, anybody ever heard this word before? Public servants. What do you mean public servants? Hey, I'm the governor. The COVID war. Every time you masturbate, don't forget to sanitize your hands, all right? Yeah. And wear these masks. Remember these masks? Yeah. Remember these? Yeah.
Yeah, I get PTSD just looking at them.
Yeah, you remember this? Here, read the box. These masks do not eliminate exposure to the risk of any disease or infection. I don't care. I'm a little Andy Cuomo. I'm a daddy's boy like the rest of the scumbags out there. You put that mask on and stand 6 feet apart. And when you go in that restaurant, you better wear that mask. But when you sit down, you can take it off and eat because COVID knows that you're eating and doesn't go to table length. All right, the crap they used to make up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll do what you say. Oh, you won't do what the politician says? We hate you. We hate you. All right, that's the people. The people have lost their guts. They're gutless little nobodies. Again, I put on a rally over here, Occupy Peace. I put my money where my heart is. Where are the people? If we united against war, it'd be over. You call these guys out man to man, and I've been on the other side. They don't know it at a piss of shit. They fold like that. They're gutless little nobodies. Oh, no, I'm Mike Johnson. Look at that little guy. Oh, no, I'm Lindsey Graham. A little nothing of a boy. I love war, but I can't fight. Where are the people? Where are the people?
Yeah, we're still doing too well, I think. Like, we're not incentivized yet. Like, what do you think? Like, maybe as a last question here, because we're running over.
All right.
But are we still doing too well as the West? Are we still too wealthy?
No. The people, again, the data's all there. You're looking at the credit card delinquency rates going up. Young people can't find good jobs. The housing market, it used to be like 40% of new home sales went to first-time buyers. It's down to 28. You know, the numbers stink for the average person. Again, we only write the facts. You ready for this? 10%, top 10% of Americans account for 50% of all the money spent in the country. 10% account for 50%. It's only going to get worse. The bigs have taken over everything. When I was a young guy, they had things called hardware stores, stationery stores, drug stores, fish stores, shoe stores, grocery stores. No more. All chains. All chains. And you could thank also this clown boy, Slick Willie Clinton. I did that T-shirt when he ran for office in '92, just to tell you the way I feel about all of them. Oh, he's a Democrat. Yeah. They've killed this country. It's no longer a we the people country. The bigs own everything. Hey, look, you want to meet Trump? You want to meet Trump? You got to be a rich guy. Oh, this is the Trump, by the way, that hated Bitcoin, made fun of it, the cryptos. Hey, but now my family's into it. Oh, we just had a big party for all the crypto people, remember? Oh, the ones that only gave him $100 million when he was running for president? Oh, and tens of millions of dollars for his inauguration?
Yep.
And now that we did the deal with Intel, and they just did another deal. Again, that guy, that Mussolini, the merger of state and corporate powers, his definition, not mine, fascism.
Gerald, like we could chat for hours, but we do have to wrap it up now.
Okay.
Like, I really appreciate your time. It's like very insightful, lots of color around very, very important topics here. Like lots of important trends that we're witnessing. So really appreciate your insights. Good luck with your protest there on Saturday. Really rooting for you there. Hoping you get a good turnout. And we'll definitely link to all your domains and everything down below as well.
Thank you.
So really appreciate you joining us, Gerald, and everybody else. Thank you so much for tuning in. This was really insightful commentary here by Gerald Celente. Hope you enjoyed it as well. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like. And if you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button. It's a free way to support our channel, and we much, much appreciate it. We look forward to hearing from you, and take care out there. Be safe.